Good morning, students. Today I will continue the lesson chapter coal and petroleum. So in the last previous video I explained about the coal. Now let us go for the petroleum. So coal and petroleum. What are these coal and petroleum? These are the fossil fuels. Okay. What are coal and petroleum? These are fossil fuels. So I might have explained or not, I forgot. So let me explain again. What is fossil? It is formed by the remnants of dead organisms. When the living organism is died, what happens? Its body will be converted into fossil. Okay, so we can say remnants of living organisms are after the death it is formed. So what happens? These fossils, actually these are the remnants. I said you can make the fossil. For example, you just take the leaf of a plant or leaf of a spinach or anything, just to keep on the you might have pots. Okay, flower pots. In that soil you keep it, then pour little more soil on that, and go on pouring water for some days. After few days, means let it dry, then remove that soil and see the mark. You will see the marks of the leaf, you will see, but there will be no leaf will not be there, only the mark of the leaf you can see. That is called fossil. Anyhow, this study of fossil is called paleontology. Okay, the study of fossils is called paleontology. Now why we are saying fossil fuel? Fuel means, I said already, fuel is nothing but the substance that burns to give the energy. Okay, so when the fossils are burning to give the energy, they are called fossil fuels. So we can say coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. Why coal and petroleum are fossil fuels? Because coal is obtained from the plants. Anyhow petroleum is also obtained from the plant products like planktons. What we call the planktons. Plankton means the organisms that live inside the water. The plants, we have planktons two types, phytoplanktons and zooplanktons. Okay, these are the small organisms, right? Small aquatic plants, small aquatic animals, these are called planktons. So when they die, they converted into fuel, that is fossil. Okay, so that fossil is nothing but petroleum. Okay, that is converted into liquid form and will be collected inside, okay, beneath the ocean. Okay, beneath the surface. Actually it is found between the two rocks. Those type of rocks are called impervious rocks. Impervious means what? We have two types of rocks, impervious and pervious. Pervious means that will have some holes. Pervious contains holes inside that, so that what happens, water can go inside, whereas impervious rock does not allow water to move inside. For example, you can take it as granite. Okay, you know, I think granite, what we use for laying the road and all. Okay, for construction of buildings also we are using the granite stone. So everybody know the granite. Okay, so granite, so as you know, the granite, it is very hard, right? And it will not allow water to go inside. So in between the two impervious rocks, liquid will be collected. That is nothing but the petroleum. That is nothing but the petroleum. Okay, so here oleum is oil, petra is nothing but rock. The oil, the liquid which is found between the rocks is the, or beneath the rock is the petroleum. Now here this petroleum, when it is obtained, it is all mixed with different impurities now. That is called crude oil. Okay, actually it consists of hydrocarbons. It consists of hydrocarbons and some amount of sulfur also it is present. Okay, sulfur is present. Now here hydrocarbons, what do you mean by hydrocarbons? The substances that consist of carbon and hydrogen. The substances that consist of carbon and hydrogen are called hydrocarbons, right? So we have hydrocarbons different types, like this ethylene is there, methane is there, so many are there. Ethane, methane, propane, butane, whatever is there, we can say. Actually hydrocarbons are of three types, which are made up of single bond, double bond and triple bond. Anyway, we will learn in the organic chemistry in detail about the hydrocarbons. Now hydrocarbons are present in the petroleum, right? So again, petroleum, while obtaining the petroleum we get different products, like we will get kerosene and diesel. Along with the petrol we are getting kerosene, diesel. Grease is also obtained from the petroleum. Even Vaseline is obtained from the petroleum, it is the byproduct of petroleum. Even what we are applying kajal in our eyes, that is also made from the petroleum product. Okay, and what more, wax is obtained from the petroleum, we can say, etc. Okay, many products are obtained from the petroleum, right? This how petroleum is formed, because of the high temperature and pressure. Because of the high temperature and pressure, what? Okay, this will be, the plants will be degraded. So after degradation due to the action of bacteria and all, that will be converted into the liquid. That liquid is obtained as the petroleum. So we can say this petroleum as a non-renewable source. Non-renewable source. So all the sources are classified into two types now, non-renewable and renewable. Okay, sources are classified into non-renewable and renewable. Renewable means we can get it back. Okay, suppose wind energy is there, never it ends now. Whenever there is blow of air, we call it wind. So we are using this wind energy for the rotation of turbines, and that will be used for the production of electricity. So many things will be there. You might have seen wind vane on the when you are going from one state to another state, or from one district to another district, beside the road you can see this type of wind vane will be there. Okay, so because of this wind vane, what happened, the shaft will be connected from the back side of the wind. What happened, when the wind blows, generally the wind will be more in the countryside means after the between two districts, wherever the open place is, that is nothing but the countryside. Okay, so their wind vanes will be constructed. Because of the wind, these fans of the wind will be rotated. When it is rotating, the shaft will be connected to it, that will be rotated. To this shaft they will connect the turbine. Okay, so they will connect the turbine. So when this turbine is rotated, what happened, electricity is produced. Okay, so here wind energy is used for the production of electricity, and there are many uses of wind vane. That means this wind is non-renewable, this is renewable now, never it ends now, wind is always blowing. Okay, so this is the example for renewable source of energy. Even solar energy is also renewable source of energy. Okay, but anyhow the sun will die after some years. Sun will die. Sun is nothing but a star. Solar energy means the energy of the sun. Okay, so sun is a renewable source of energy, because continuously energy is being produced. We are getting energy from the sun daily, right? Anyway, but sun will die. So after a long time, not now, it will change its colors, and then last it will die. So the stars, we can say the stars will born and die. Okay, whenever the sun will die or a star dies, black hole is formed in the space. Okay, there will be a black hole in the space, and there are many black holes in the universe, right? Anyway, coming to this type of energy, solar energy is also an example for renewable source of energy, right? But here now, this non-renewable source of energy, that means that cannot be renewed, that cannot be produced again, that cannot be generated again. Okay, so here petroleum, how it is formed, by the fossil. So fossil means what, that is the dead plants. Okay, so always the plants have to be die now, and that have to be degraded to produce the oil. So that will not happen in 1 year or 2 years, it will take a long time, thousands of years, 100, or we can say a 1 liter of petrol, or a little amount of petrol, for formation of little amount of petrol it may take 200 years or more than that. And that suppose this much petrol is formed, after 200 years, this much of petrol you will finish within 1 day or 2 days by riding your bikes or cars, etc. Okay, if you are going on finishing this petrol in this manner, then in future days what happens, our future generations will never have petrol. Then again they have to go back into the ancient period, that is they have to go by walk, or they have to follow the bullock carts, right? So what we have to do, our first duty is to preserve the petrol, to preserve the fossil fuel. We should not waste this petroleum. Okay, understand? Yes, children, now I said we are getting different products along with the petroleum now. So actually what we are getting from inside the ocean bed is crude oil. Okay, so from this crude oil we are getting the petrol. How can we get just by filtration? No, it is not. It will be obtained by the process of fractional distillation. Fractional distillation, you know what is distillation? The process of separation of two miscible liquids. Okay, liquids are classified again into two types. What are those? Miscible and immiscible. Okay, miscible liquids and immiscible liquids. So for example, you can take if you are mixing water and milk, okay, they can get mixed easily now. So this is an example for miscible liquid. For immiscible, if you mix oil in water, can you mix oil and water? Cannot, because oil will be floating on the water, because the density of water is more comparing to the oil. So oil floats on water. Okay, so these two liquids are called immiscible liquid. So anyway, when we are separating two miscible liquids, suppose kerosene and oil you mix, they will get mixed. kerosene plus oil will get mixed easily. Okay, so they are the example for miscible liquid. So for the separation of miscible liquids, the method follows is the fractional distillation. Okay, in the textbook the diagram is given, you see here. Suppose this is the diagram for fractional distillation. You see here different temperatures are maintained at different columns, right? And at a different temperature we are getting the different products, right? You see here what we are getting at the first column here. We are getting a below 40 degrees Celsius fuel gas, LPG, fertilizers, etc. we are getting from here. And at 70 degrees Celsius what we are getting? The chemicals, okay, to make chemicals, shoe polish, etc. we are getting. So petrol is obtained here, you see. Okay, so here it is the fuel gas and here it's the petrol, right? Petroleum is obtained here, then kerosene oil, then diesel oil, then we are getting the grease and all. Lubricating means we can say grease, okay, that reduces the friction, that is called lubrications. Okay, so like this different products are obtained at a different temperatures. So this is called a fractionating column. Okay, this process is called fractional distillation. Okay, did you understand? So I think you know the uses of petrol. Okay, everybody knows what are the uses of petrol. So general use is that for riding the bikes and all. For vehicles we are using the petrol, and many uses will be there. I'll tell in your next video. Thank you.